Guys there, welcome to another video, and by now I'm pretty sure if you're actively involved in the crypto market, you actually witness what has been happening for the past I would say a day or two, and it's pretty interesting, right? And that's where I think a lot of you right now are asking the question, is it time to buy Bitcoin? Is it still worth to invest into it? What are some of the risks that you need to take note of? Or should you start selling in the crypto space? Okay. Now, I hope so far none of you, any of you who are watching this video, none of you are actually suffering a major loss in the crypto market. I'm sure in the arena of trading there will be some winning, some losing. Okay, but if today you're in the market, okay, I hope you have been taking stringent risk management approach in such a way that with this drop, your portfolio is not hurt too badly. Okay, so with that, I'll dive into my chart here and show you my screen, share with you some of my personal opinion as to what you need to factor in. Is Bitcoin right now a good time, a good price to get yourself invested into? Right, so with that, okay, just wanted to quickly show you some of the kind of like news, okay, but I think these are not new if you're already very active in the crypto scene. Okay, earlier this year, you probably already know that Elon Musk, Tesla bought a lot of Bitcoin, and there's one period of time where they actually allow buyers to actually purchase the Tesla EVs using Bitcoin. Okay, but recently Elon Musk kind of like flip entirely and say that they will stop allowing the usage of Bitcoin to purchase their EVs, with the reason, of course, you need to help the environment, because Bitcoin mining here takes up a lot of electricity, right? Okay, whether that's the true reason as to whether Elon Musk actually, because of the environmental factor, decide to stop that or not, honestly, no one know. Okay, but that's what he's saying. Okay, and of course that also caused the recent, okay, some factors that caused the recent sell-off in Bitcoin perhaps was that. And of course, over here, another event, another news that's happening here is China starts to take a stringent approach, right, in regulating, or I would say attempt to regulate the crypto scene in China. Okay, and that also causes that sell-off recently. Okay, and this is interesting because then Elon also start to tweet. Okay, I think over here, okay, I probably do not have this did not say, but right, basically he tweeted a diamond hand symbol on his Twitter recently as well, and there are some saying that perhaps he's trying to push Bitcoin price back up, right? Because Tesla has invested quite a portion into Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin price drop, definitely that will affect the Tesla P&L statement too, right? So perhaps that's also where right now Elon Musk is trying to push the price back up. Okay, so with that, let's take a look at the chart. Okay, so over here I've already done some analysis, but I want to quickly show you the extent of the recent dip. Okay, from the high of close to 65,000, it dropped almost 55%, okay, which is significant, right? Because imagine today if you have invested in an asset and the value of it at one point in time dropped 50%, that's huge, okay? Because in order for you to recover, right, just imagine today you actually invested at a high of 65,000 and price has dropped 50% since then, and for you to recover back to break even for that position, you need to wait for price to actually double, right? 100%. So for every 1% drop to recover that, it's more than 1%. Okay, so that's actually very significant, but it's not uncommon in the crypto scene. Okay, so first thing over here, if you're asking yourself, should you invest into crypto market? Should you buy into Bitcoin now? Is it the right time to do that? I think the first thing you need to be aware of is the volatility in the crypto market. Okay, if you've been in this scene for some time, obviously you're already aware of that. But if let's say you're someone who's very new and you start to see a lot of posting on social media right now talking about Bitcoin is cheap, let's go in right now. Okay, and if you haven't touched it, the first thing you need to know, hopefully through this video, is that the volatility in the crypto market is huge. Okay, having a 30%, 50% movement is not uncommon. Okay, so with that in mind, if today the first thing you want to take note of before investing or even buying and trading the crypto market is the volatility, which means that you do not want to throw a huge portion of your portfolio into it, or you need to perhaps be ready to risk your entire account, okay, or whatever amount that you're prepared to invest into. Make sure you have that preparation, you're prepared mentally, emotionally, that you can lose it all. Okay, yeah. So that's the first thing I think is very important that you need to take note of before you even decide whether to buy or sell right now. Okay. Now, from a technical point of view, okay, Bitcoin right now, I'm using a little bit of Elliott wave principles over here to kind of like conduct my analysis. Okay, you do see right now we have this clear three-wave move. Price actually came all the way to 1618 extension. Okay, and from there, of course, we see quite a nice bounce. Let me bring you perhaps to a 1 hour time frame. Okay, you do see this kind of rejection, a V shape is what I call it. So it's definitely a solid rejection. Okay, but that does not mean that it's a buy signal. Okay, because a strong rejection can easily then continue back down, right? You need to understand that there's this possibility. A strong V shape over here does not say anything to us, right? It just means that there's a lot of buyers here, but does not mean that there's no sellers at the top to sell it back down. Okay, so I always suggest to traders, if you're looking at technical analysis and you see a V-shaped formation on the chart, always stay away, right? Don't go in, don't buy, don't sell first. Give it some time and see what's next. Okay, now let's say from here, okay, if let's say this is truly the recent short-term bottom, then what you would expect to see is perhaps some kind of consolidation happening perhaps for another 1 or 2 days. I know the crypto market is 24/7, which means even on Saturday, Sunday, the market is open, price is going to be moving. Okay, give it a couple of days, at least a minimum of 1 to 2 days. And if let's say you start to see some kind of correction, a flag pattern, a sideways move, then okay, there's a high chance this can start to go higher. Okay, and that then will become your indication to get involved in the buy trade if you're interested in it. Okay, obviously I'm not suggesting that you should sell now as well. Okay, because if today you want to sell, you wouldn't want this, you wouldn't want to see a rejection to the upside and then you sell it there, right? So if today you are looking to sell, perhaps what you want to see is some kind of a correction, okay, perhaps on a bigger scale, and with that, that is also a flag, okay, maybe something like that, okay, happening down here. That would then be your indication to take a sell. Okay, so right now I would say, while different traders has different opinion, I would say right now based on technical analysis, even on a shorter term like 1 hour time frame, it's best to stay out first for maybe a day or two and let market develops and show you what it really wants to do. Okay, so again, I would like to repeat and summarize a little bit on technical here is if this forms a flag, then that would be a good indication for you to buy to the upside. Okay, you can actually use multiple analysis method to execute your trade, maybe Fibonacci, maybe candlestick formation, maybe some indicators to help you. Okay, so if you're looking to buy, wait for that to happen. If today you're someone who dislike Bitcoin and you're laughing all the way when this is dropping and you're thinking, okay, now it's a good time for me to sell, maybe it's gonna go back to 10,000. Okay, I'm not saying that that's not possible, right? But again, you do not want to sell right now. I would say wait for something like that. Okay, so patterns tend to repeat itself over and over again. Okay, so if today you start to see perhaps a pattern that looks something like that, okay, over here, then yep, there is a very good chance that perhaps Bitcoin from here can drop again. Okay, and that would perhaps bring us back towards maybe 18,000 to 15,000 price point, right? Somewhere at this low over here. Okay, now I'm not saying that this is impossible. I think with such a market in the crypto scene, right, it's basically pure speculation. Honestly, there's different thought process over here. Some would argue that there is a fundamental value in Bitcoin already. There's also the other school of thoughts where they argue that Bitcoin or crypto right now, they are all basically pure speculative. Okay, now if you ask me, I'm still thinking that, or my opinion here is that Bitcoin or crypto market is still very speculative in nature. Okay, it can't be a medium of exchange with such volatility, right? If a week you are able to lose 50% of its value, how would you act as a medium of exchange, right? Some will argue that then that can also be a store of value, right? Something similar to perhaps gold. But again, in such kind of volatility, there will be fear, right? Would you invest into something to store your value where in a short period of time, in a week or two, you can lose 50% of its value? Very unlikely. Okay, so over here, again, I'm not saying who's right, who's wrong. I think at the end of the day, as long as you're profitable, you're protecting yourself, you're managing your risk, and net in the long run, you're sustainably profiting from the market. If you are focusing on crypto and you're making money from crypto, right, then by all means, right, that's the end game, right? That's the end goal of traders and investors. Okay, so I hope this little video here give you some insights. Okay, and of course, if you enjoy something like that, feel free to support the video by giving a thumbs up, right? Share this out to your friends who's actively trading in the market as well. Hopefully, this video will be able to give them a different perspective, and especially for those who are very new, right? Hopefully, this video is able to help them as well. Okay, so that's all from me over here. If you have any different perspective, any opinion, feel free, or even your analysis, right? Feel free to share it in the comments below. Let me know what are your thoughts on Bitcoin right now. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.